Once upon a time, in a distant kingdom, there lived a prince who was ready to marry. However, his bride-to-be was nowhere to be found. In search of his princess, the prince traveled far and wide. Princesses from nearby kingdoms came to meet him, but the prince struggled to choose the right one. His father, the king, wished for his son to marry a true princess. Years passed, and the prince became disheartened, losing all hope of finding the perfect princess. One stormy night, as lightning flashed and thunder echoed through the castle, the prince sat in his room, lost in thought, struggling to sleep. As the storm raged outside, his mind drifted to the idea of the future princess he longed to find. Meanwhile, a servant opened the castle door to find a young woman drenched from the rain. Despite her wet and disheveled appearance, she still exuded beauty and grace. Shivering, she asked for shelter, explaining that she had gotten lost in the woods. The servant, feeling pity for her, hurried to inform the king and queen. "We can't refuse her at such a late hour," the queen said, and the guards ushered the girl into the castle. They placed her by the warm fireplace to dry off, and the queen ordered fresh clothes for her. As the girl settled in, the queen, curious, asked, "What brings you here on such a night, in this storm?" The young girl explained, "I am a princess from a distant land. My kingdom was attacked by enemies, and my parents sent me away with 2 soldiers to protect me. But as the storm raged, we got separated, and here I am, having found your castle. Thank you for taking me in." The queen was skeptical, but didn't want to turn her away. Later that evening, the prince entered the room, eager to meet this mysterious girl. She had changed into the clothing the queen had provided, her hair now dry and looking elegant once more. The prince was captivated by her beauty, but still questioned if she was truly a princess. The queen, determined to find out, devised a test. She secretly placed a small pea under the girl's mattress and piled 7 more mattresses on top. That night, the princess slept uneasily, clearly uncomfortable. The following morning, the queen asked, "Did you sleep well last night?" The girl replied, "I am grateful for your hospitality, but I had a hard time sleeping. My body aches, as though I slept on something very hard." This was the answer the queen had been waiting for. Only a true princess could feel such discomfort through so many mattresses. The queen informed the prince, and upon hearing this, the prince's heart leapt with joy. He knew she was the one. He asked his father's permission to marry her, and the king gladly accepted. The prince then offered for the princess to stay at the castle a little longer, as her kingdom was still in turmoil. He even sent his own troops to help her people. Soon after, the prince proposed to the princess, asking, "Will you marry me?" Overjoyed, the princess said yes, and they lived happily ever after. As a memento of the night that changed their lives, the prince placed the pea in a glass box and displayed it in the castle. It became a symbol of true love, and people from far and wide visited to admire it. And so, the story of the prince and the princess was told for many years, a tale of love and destiny.